Hey everyone, welcome to Judging for the Win. I'm Dave, and this is my daily ruling. Today's question comes to us from the True Stories collection, as in, it actually happened at an event that I was actually judging. Amy plays Kari Zev's expertise targeting Nick's grizzly bears. Amy wants to cast Altar's Reap as her free spell and use that to sacrifice Nick's grizzly bears. Is this possible? Okay, so in order to answer this question, we're going to need two important facts. The first is that whenever you're resolving a spell, you follow the instructions in the order that they're written down. So for this case, that would mean that Amy is first instructed to gain control of the grizzly bears, and then instructed to cast the spell. This is great news for Amy, because it means that at the time when she's casting the Altar's Reap, she does control the grizzly bears. In contrast, if these instructions had been printed the other way around, that would not be the case, so this trick definitely would not work. Okay, so now it's time for the other important piece of information, which is that anytime you're casting a spell for an alternate cost, and that includes without paying its mana cost, you still do have to pay any other additional costs that are imposed on the spell. So that would mean that even though we're playing Altar's Reap without paying its mana cost, we still do have to cover the additional cost of sacrificing a creature. And so what that means is that when Amy is casting the Altar's Reap, the game is going to ask her to sacrifice a creature to do that, and if she doesn't sacrifice a creature, she actually can't cast the Altar's Reap. So that means that because she has the grizzly bears at this time, that's a valid choice for a creature for her to sacrifice, and this trick will work out exactly the way that Amy is hoping it will. Really great trick, Amy. Now, while I was thinking about this question, there was another really cool question that I thought of regarding one of the other cards from the expertise cycle. Let's say that Amy controls the grizzly bears and she plays Yahenni's expertise. She wants to play the Altar's Reap as her free spell, and she wants to sacrifice her grizzly bears in order to do that. Would that be possible? Okay, so based on our discussion on the previous scenario, you might think that this trick would not work. That's because we're still going to follow the instructions in the order that they're written down. So first, all creatures are going to be getting -3/-3, and then Amy's going to get a chance to play a spell. Now, the thing that helps Amy out, though, is that the thing that makes creatures with 0 or less toughness go to their owner's graveyard is a state-based action. State-based actions do not get checked during the process of a spell resolving. So that means that even though the grizzly bears has -1 toughness during the resolution of the Yahenni's expertise, it's not going to be put into Amy's graveyard until after all of the steps of Yahenni's expertise, including the part where Amy casts the free spell, have been completed. That means that Amy is going to have the grizzly bears around during the time when she's instructed to cast that Altar's Reap, and so it still will be a valid choice for her to sacrifice. So this trick too is going to work out exactly the way that Amy hoped it would. Awesome. And that's all I have for you today. How did you do? Join me again next time for another daily ruling. But until then, I hope you have a great day.